but we missed this.
Which one? No, we didn't.
Right.
Or did we?
Yeah.
Wow.
Got no skills.
15. Oh, well, I know. I was kind of wondering about that. So let's go to page 15 and do
Mark
that
this
first.
one, so you... The page you
right. This...
In book 1.
No, I know where that is.
Okay.
Yeah. So page 15. Right. This is where the meat is, right? So yeah, that we did the mustering out. We didn't do these.
Right.
Okay, and these you can just get automatically, I think. Right?
Yeah. It's a
So
rule 1 to 6.
let's do you because you had one term.
Okay.
So that's easy, right?
Okay.
So you
You have to you pick which table to roll on.
Yeah. And the 4th table, you need an indication of I don't remember what.
Right. It should be listed on there.
Wait.
But I think that you roll for the first. What was it called? Term. First term was 2 rolls plus 1 if you get
That's right.
commission plus 1 if you get
Right.
rank.
So he gets
4.
3. He gets 4.
Right.
You get 4 rolls, Nathan.
Okay.
And the next term is only 1 plus
Right,
8
yes,
plus 1 if you get
yes.
a rank.
Let me go back to the page I was on about improvement. Before the drugs and after computers. There. So let's read this carefully. Okay, only one of which can be attempted at one time. So you pick one for this next 4 years.
Okay.
Education, to make your education go up. Both of you are actually pretty well educated. Yes. Weapon expertise, other skills, in which case 2.
Okay.
Or physical fitness, in which case those 3 scores are affected.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go for physical fitness.
Okay, so then, interestingly enough, this is hilarious. Remember how nerdy we said all of this was?
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
You had no idea. Listen to this.
Okay.
Because many individuals find a regimen of physical conditioning unrewarding intellectually, a dedication throw of 8+ is required.
8?
These guys
Right?
were not jocks.
No. And get this, even worse. Modifier of +2, meaning you're better at it, if your intelligence is less than 8.
That's good.
No, more.
Hilarious.
And 4 if your intelligence is 5 or less.
Okay, so I get no.
8 or less, it's easier to work out. 5 or less if you're adult, then you are all about working out.
Right, they're getting back at the jobs.
I know. That's hilarious.
It sounds like vengeance.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
I like that. We should import that to all games.
That's
I will get leader and admin.
okay.
Admin 3.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it means, but...
Oh, I think it could be. Well, we do have the descriptions. And it might be a good idea because some of these aren't quite what we expected, right? And so administration, right? This one's pretty straightforward. There's a generic paragraph that doesn't surprise anybody. Here's the important part. When contact with officials is required, understanding their needs and motives will assist in dealing with them. Basic throw of 7+ will successfully resolve normal interactions without further problems. So to avoid police harassment, ensuring prompt issuance of licenses, that sort of thing. Approval of applications, avoidance of close inspection of papers. And here it is. That number. You see, those numbers aren't the bonuses.
What?
The numbers, like admin 2 and stuff, those aren't the bonuses.
Okay.
In the roll.
Yeah, right.
Get this. Okay, so first of all, think of the target number. So it's 7+. That's the target number. So when I say a modifier, then you drop that. It's to your die. Sorry, it's to your roll. So if you don't have any expertise in administration, you can try it, but you have to subtract 3 from your roll.
Okay.
So then However, per level of admin expertise, per level, +2.
Okay.
So you have 2, right?
Okay, so it's basically plus. Admin, I have 3, so
+6. You'll roll and add 6.
That's nice.
Yeah, so you will nail the 7+.
Yeah, we could
Unless,
yeah.
well, but there are other modifiers that could
Sure.
come in for whatever reason. I mean, if
You
you're
know,
actually
photo
holding
or
the bag of heroin in your hands, that
Yeah.
would be a problem. But that just means you know how to deal with the bribe.
Which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I rise very fairly.
You were really good at this shit. Yeah. Okay, so
sense.
You're the hero.
Yeah.
I'm the
Here's the message.
if you're serving in a bureaucratic organization, which you're not, you also use it to impress your superiors,
Okay.
which could be interesting for how the situation changes that you're in, like
Okay.
what they give you access to and stuff like that. So let's talk about some of the other skills, because this is what we really need.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to have this kind of in a shared familiarity. One of us will remember. Oh, wait, this is the administration one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So name another one.
So ship's boat.
Yes. So here is our subsect. And as we were talking about, this closed, filled-in circle means a planet with oceans.
Okay.
Or free, water, standing water of some kind. So there are a few worlds without that.
Mm-hmm.
The dot,
Does it mean no water or no liquid?
no liquid.
Okay.
Right. They still could be bad oceans.
Yeah.
This means a gas giant,
Okay.
the little dot. This letter is the quality of the starport,
ABC.
with A is best. And that's the name of the system. And that little triangle, that means a scout base.
Okay.
And there's no naval bases on the whole subsector, as it turned out. And it doesn't say anything about the atmosphere or anything like that in this particular write-up. I can tell you that, because some of that would be known depending on the clearance. White is no. I mean that the area is deemed by whoever makes these information. This is what you would just know.
Mm.
White.
This is the player's version.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
The I didn't put the colors in. I'll tell you what they are. But white means that the people who made the map saw no reason for you to fear anything specific.
Okay.
Amber means that you should exercise caution. People don't come back from here,
Mhm.
or it's a war zone or something like that. And red is like, do not go there.
Something like traffic lights.
Yeah. So for you to know, this is amber.
Okay.
This is white.
Mm-hmm.
Those are amber. And then the others. There's another sheet. There it is. And then that one down below, this sequence here,
Mhm.
it's a combination,
Okay.
which we can be more specific about, but you're coming in here.
Mhm.
So that's the, so that is the area.
It's
What is
our discharge world, is it?
That's a good question.
Okay, yeah. Could be.
Yeah,
It just said in the rules,
Yeah.
usually the place where you start playing, but usually.
no, I think that's fine. It's not ideal. It's
No.
an amber zone in an
Mm.
outback area.
Mhm.
And it's also a little confusing because you're in different services.
Mhm.
So thinking about that system, let me think about that for a minute, because that's actually kind of cool. That actually makes a certain amount of sense.
But there are no red sectors here? Or
There are red. This is a
Okay,
combination of white, amber, and red.
Okay.
What are the lines?
Those are the space travel, the routine space travel.
Okay, so if we want to move from this one to this one, we have to just...
You're going to have to find a way.
Okay.
Right. I mean, people do it, but there are not...
Yeah, okay.
It's not like a built superhighway where they're going back and forth all the time.
So like trade routes.
Right. And in a lot of cases, a whole subsector will be connected up. And the way I see it is that there are mental dotted lines that I have in mind in my map. And those mental dotted lines are places where you would go, but it would be some kind of role to, get yourself involved in it.
Okay.
Whether it's illegal or just irregular or something like that. But so there are dotted lines possible. That's the case. Now, let's see here. So yes, to have been dropped off in this particular area, what you know is that this little cluster has a positive relationship with the sort of interstellar military organization, partly because it maintains very, very strict controls over access to the rest.
Okay.
Unusually, going off in these three directions, there are very, very few worlds. So this is an area where it's becoming thinner, and then a little in those three directions, it is either I would roll and you'd have only like a world on a 6, I think. So you might have a few worlds scattered in those, but very few.
Oh, so we're coming from like...
No, you're coming from here.
Okay.
Right. So, and those are sparse to absent. So for whatever reason, having this very militaristic little cluster here, and it's relatively independent. Apparently, there's sort of a deal that's basically, okay, you're the gate, and that is where that's where you're being discharged. Possibly, in a I'm just trying to think about it as multiple services, and it's only a Starbase a Starbase C. They're kind of getting rid of you. There's no real, maybe it's a sense of, maybe it's like the Roman Empire. You serve your term and you were given all these promises, and then they say, here you go. You're like, wait. Spain?
Yeah.
I thought I got a farm. Oh, it's a farm in Spain. Dude, I just spent 10 years pacifying these people.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to get along? Something like that.
All my bickering was pointless.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of where you've ended up. In the knowledge that you have. So first of all, this area is amber, which means that it is by no means considered, it's like, thanks a lot, you dropped us off. And it's because apparently it's under very stern control. This is Vargas. It is a little smaller than the planet's a little smaller than Earth. It's got a dense atmosphere, which doesn't mean you have to do breathers or anything. You just feel that it's dense. It's got 60% water, millions and millions of people, hundreds of millions of people. And what you'll quickly find is that, let's think about this. There's no base, starport C, so that means you guys are being basically set down and discharged. There's no base. You're not going to be able to collect your pay.
Okay.
You need a base of B to collect your pay. The base of B
there
is on
one nearby,
Abraxus. And so is that actually where you would be dropped off? It just seems wrong that they would drop you off in a place where you couldn't collect your pay.
Can be
Just my
helpful.
luck.
No, I think that would be wrong. So let's have you be dropped off on Abraxus, which is the capital planet of the three.
Okay.
Of the three systems. And so we're going to start off on Abraxus, and it is technologically that actually makes a lot more sense now that I'm looking at this. Technologically, it's very well established. I mean, it's got technology of 9, so that means where you are dropped off on a starbase B, which is not the super best, but it's quite good. And it'll refine fuel. It will handle the repairs of any ship.
But we made a stop here at Vargas, and I was getting these really bad feelings that okay, they're dropping us off here, just my luck, and okay.
Right. And the as you were looking at this, wait, Starbase C, what? And how am I going to get paid? Oh, good. Okay, off we go to Abraxas. It has a shipyard that makes starships and non-starship. Non-starships. It can't make starships, but it can maintain them though.
Okay.
So it's getting its starships from the government that you're coming from.
Okay, so they need an even higher tech level to make starships.
It's a matter of what the base can do.
Okay. Yeah.
And so rather than describe,
to do that.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So looking across here, right. Yeah, they can actually make drives A through D, so they can manufacture them on the planet maybe and assemble it.
Okay.
They do have jump drives.
Okay.
So when you arrive, the tech level is, from our standpoint, futuristic. You will note a strong security presence there.
Considering my character,
Yeah.
from the character point of view, is also futuristic.
Yes, very. Yeah. Although you have been in
Yeah,
Space
sure.
Navy now, but still Space Army.
Yeah.
But still,
First 18 years.
Yeah.
but this place is way better off than your home planet.